My dear friends, good to see you here, and thank you for the friends like Laura. You are here every day. Thanks. This is our 27th days now. So next day, tomorrow, then will be our the 4 weeks. And even though this course is kind of designed for 30 days, but after 30 days, I think that this quarantine is going to continue. So I will not give up. I will continue. Maybe I'm thinking about after the 30 days, that means next Wednesday, we can start to have some really focus on the Hasutra, the Buddhist scripture. It's very hard because it's very kind of a dense, and without explanation, people will not know about what does it mean about Hasutra. But this, you can say this is the most famous Buddhist scripture. So I'm thinking after 30 days for this meditation course, then we can move to kind of sharing with the Hasutra. Okay, so let's focus on today's the meditation. As I mentioned, I always very reluctant kind of to give a further the meditation instruction kind of more advanced, because the first one, right now the mindfulness meditation in the United States is very popular. Of course, there was nothing to do with people try to take out the religious the elements, and indeed that suppose even the meditation taught in Buddhism, there is no religious element at all, because it's not asked for worship the Buddha, Bodhisattva, to help you to attain the enlightenment. Everything is about your own action. And this is the way I kind of categorize that meditation we have. I call spot, S-P-A, spot meditation. You go there, you listen to music, and you relax. No, this is good. Just like people went to spot, and it's very comfortable, and it's relaxing, and many people needs that. And secondly, maybe some kind of therapeutical. Okay, so to use the meditation, particular certain kinds of meditation, mindfulness, to cure chronic illness, and especially mental, like a depression, or maybe lose concentration, and that's good too. But as I mentioned that in Buddhism, when we come to meditation, always talking about the goal is enlightenment. On this process that people do meditation, they have the concentration, kind of we call dhyana, kind of unshakable, unmovable. But even the Buddha say, no, this is not enough. Okay, you still need to have the wisdom, not just concentration and sit stillness and really, motionless. Okay, but you need to not just dhyana, but you also need the wisdom and take you to the enlightenment. And we have been focused on breathing Breathing in, breathing out, we call anapanna. And we also focus on vipassana, like sensation on the body, or focus on the strong sensation, make analysis, all this sensation. And these two kinds, two methods will be considered as, try to gain the concentration by timing your mind to certain subject. For example, the breathing or the sensation or the body. Okay, and of course, we have been talking mostly here, on the nostril, and we also talking about on your navel, beneath your navel, the dantian. Of course, as I mentioned, that they still have a more instruction, like in Buddhism, the Tiantai's meditation manual can even ask you to focus on the top of your head, and also something about like between the hair and your muscle or skin, and of course also the very bottom, on your body, not the foot, so that's called the earth chakra. So they also still have the so that the reason I tell you this one, it's Buddhism have many kinds of technique or methods for the meditation. And why do we need all this? Because just like if people see patients to go to see the doctors, and doctor cannot just give one kind of medicine to different kinds of patients, especially in Chinese medicine. You need to see this person's what kind of quality and nature of her body. Okay? So because we have a different disposition, so that is why the as a teacher or Buddha as a doctor, he need to give a different kind of medicine. And so we have all this kind of a different meditation techniques is to fix different people, and also fix even just for the same individual. Sometimes our mind is very floating, very upbeat, but sometimes our mind lower, and so we have to do, if you kind of leave it up, and if it is too high beat, you have to kind of settle down. So there was a different kind of technique to deal with your situation in your mind in the different condition. So in the past, we have been doing all these so-called tying to an object, or tie your mind to certain object. It's called 细原指, the concentration, focus, tied it to certain object and certain condition. Okay, and since yesterday, I started to share with you about this is about subdue the mind and to reach concentration. And this is a little bit harder because that is kind of mostly probably people who really want to be a kind of practitioner, to realize what is the nature of your mind, your thought, because the thought, mind is our life. So you want to know about the nature of our life. Okay? So this is also, have the connection to you. So for some people, in the East Asia study already know about Kong An, or Hua Tou, especially Kong An. The practitioner, Buddhist practitioner, have to ask, does have a Buddha nature, or who am I, before I was born? All kinds of, sometimes even illogical question. And because to push yourself to contemplate, to make an analysis, to see that what is the nature of a thought, and what is the nature of life, and to get breakthrough. Okay? And of course, they even have a third kind of concentration. What does it mean? It means even if not sitting here, like observe your breathing, or observe your sensation, or subdue your thought. But the concentration is what? Is you realize the ultimate truth, the reality, and since you all the reality, there was no worry, no hindrances in your mind. So that means what? So understand what's going on in this world. So keep yourself unshakable, unmovable. So that is the concentration. So that is also, this is in the Tiantai's menu, meditation menu is called 体真止. 止 means the concentration. 体 means you go to the essence of reality, essence of the truth. That means what? That means you need to have the realization of the universal truth. And this is also the concentration. So that is when the Buddha sitting under the Bodhi tree, he attained the realization of pratyaya, the interdependent origination, pratyaya samupada. So he realized the truth, and that is and he enjoyed. And he really, this realization is the wisdom realization. So this is ultimate, meditation. And that I always tell our students, say, hey, don't think that you close your eyes and breathing out. Your problem will go away. Only to some extent, but you cannot completely. Just like you have to your work, and then you feel so tired, go to the spa, relaxation. But when you come back, it's work. Unless you really enjoy that working, is also a vacation. A vacation is a vocation. So when you are doing your job, you think, oh, this is a really enjoyment. I love the things I'm doing. If you change that attitude and you have that realization, your job is an enjoyment, then you will not have, and then you don't really need a relaxation. That's kind of similar. This is kind of a metaphor, okay? Well, today I spent almost 40 minutes and to kind of give you the idea about kinds of concentration, talking in this Tiantai or the Buddhism. One is you tied your mind to certain object, conditions, and the other one is try to subdue your distracted, mind, disoriented. And the third kind of concentration is really you realize the absence of the reality, the truth, and have that wisdom. And that is also the concentration. Okay? So now let's sit for another 15 minutes, and today we would like to watch, doing the analysis our mind. Okay? The first one, sit on the cushion, and remember, always have your hip, higher than your knees. Okay, so your legs closed. Either you can put, your right foot on your left thigh, or the left foot on your right thigh, or both. Become a full lotus posture, full lotus posture. Okay, and here, and you sit upright, your spine upright, your back upright. And at this moment, use this time to circulate your body, clockwise, counterclockwise, and sometimes you even can shake your body to relax your muscle and also all the joint. It's okay. So when you sit in meditation, it's not like very rigid, you cannot move at all. That is not true. So you can shake your body, even when you are in the middle of the meditation, you feel really tired, your whole body too tired. As long as you do not disturb other people, you should, use this shake, shake the body. You don't have to standing up to the, all of the exercise, okay? Now, the hands, the thumb touched, and then, the chin, pull it in, so not up, not down, okay, pull it in. And then, the tip of your tongue, slightly touched behind the upper teeth. But before you do that, you also can doing one thing is, if you feel today kind of has some congestion in your chest, you can do an exhale, bring the all the air, negative 30 air out from your mouth. Okay, always remember, never inhale through the mouth. Okay, the mouth you can use exhale, breathing out. But of course, the nose you can breathing in and breathe out. But don't use your mouth to do the breathing in. But before you close your mouth, you can kind of, breathe out some, 30 air from the body, maybe 3 times, through your mouth. So when you feel like a chest is congested, okay? Now, okay, the tongue behind the teeth. And now totally close your eyes. So this is the 7th step of Vairochana. And now you get a perfect posture. Relax, upright. As I mentioned, no lean on the fence, wall, or the bench, the back of sofa. Okay, your back should not lean on anything at all. Now, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. No noisy noise. You should not breathe in with noise. No panting, no gasping. And the breath, the long, finer, it's better. It's kind of has a breath and without the breath. You know. The subtle, it's better. Of course, you don't manipulate. Like stop your breathing. That's not the way to do it. You just observe. Okay. Now we're going to skip the observing the sensation on the body. And today we're going to jump into observing your thought. Just like you have another eye, the second eye. Look at it, what you are thinking. What is your thought at this moment? Where is your thought? In the front of your head? In the top of your head? In the back of your head? And who are thinking? Who are the one who is doing thinking? The thought. Okay, I'm just going to let you to do that. Leave you alone. Let's have a metta meditation, sending our loving kindness, prayer, and thought to ourselves and to the people we know and the people we do not know. May I be free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, and free from suffering, be well and healthy. May my spouse, partner, and children be free from infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May my parents, brothers, and sisters be free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all my teachers and students be free from infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be and healthy. May my boss and my employees free from the infection of coronavirus, other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all my friends and neighbors be free from infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all the people in this country be free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all the people in this world free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all the sentient beings free from greed, hatred, and ignorance, free from suffering, and be well and happy. May all the doctors and nurses, medical personnel, caretaker, whoever standing in the front line to rescue their life, to save others, be free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well, safe, and healthy. We'd like to thank them. May all the political leaders free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from greed, hatred, and ignorance, suffering, and be well and healthy. We pray they have the wisdom and humanity to adopt proper measures and policy for more life, create harmonious society and peaceful world. May all the people who die of coronavirus and other disease will be rest and be reborn in a better, happier realms. May all the people who are affected by coronavirus and other disease free from suffering and will gain speedy recovery and be well and healthy. Now let's send some special blessing prayer to particular individual you care. I pray our little friends, the children, be safe and healthy. People in the poor country will receive the medical aids and free from the effect of coronavirus and other disease and be well and healthy. Now let's rub in our hands, generate the heat, cover our eyes and our forehead, ear, massage your neck, your shoulder, your arms, your back, your thigh, your knees, and the legs, and the feet. Okay. Because every time we do not sit too long, so if you go to the intensive meditation, every day you have to sit like 8 hours, and if you have a time, you have the chance go to very kind of a deep concentration. Then remember, before you came out from rubbing your hands, you probably can shake your body first, loosen your body, kind of move the body first, and then start rubbing your hands. You know, that means that when you are in a very deep concentration, so you need to kind of start it. Or even before that, you can do some, deep breathing in, especially breathing out. If you are in the deep concentration and you want to come out from the concentration, take a deep breathing out the air, and then, start to move your body first. But right now, so far, we do not sit too long, every time. Okay, so today, I'd like to share with you about the, 25 preparation for the good meditation. And this is like a third category. The fifth one is called doubt. The first one is craving, anger, sleepiness, and restlessness, and the fifth one is doubt. What kind of doubt? Usually, the first one, you doubt about you cannot attain the enlightenment. You cannot have that concentration. You just doubt about yourself. Okay. The reason we have a fear, we have a doubt, is because we have calculate the result. We say, oh, yes, we need to get up to that goal, but that is very difficult. I cannot do it. So this is your mind. It's ended at the end, like the destination, rather than focus on the process, focus on the present. Every year I bring the 100 students all over the world, and then to either China and doing the meditation. And we have a motto, M-O-T-T-O, motto. I have 3 mottos for our staff. The student come back, volunteer to working for the new student. But for this staff, I have 3 mottos. I told them the first one, before you double check, you get the answer. Don't come to, before your research, okay, don't come to me and say, I don't know. I don't take the answers unless you have done research. Secondly, don't tell me this is impossible. The kind of a quote from, we believe it is Napoleon talk about, there was no difficulty in his dictionary. I think that's also for me too. I told people, okay, when we come to discuss something, don't just say, oh, it's very hard, oh, it's almost impossible. Okay, don't tell me it is impossible. The third one, don't come to tell me that I cannot do it. Lots of time this is because individual have a lot of fear. And why you have fear? Because you are worried about the goal, the aim, the result. I always say you should put your concern on the condition, on the cause and condition and the process, not the result or the end. So just like if you want to kind of plant an apple tree, you always worry about, this year are we going to have a harvest? Are we going to have the apple? Maybe there was a typhoon. Maybe we don't have water. Maybe we will not have sunlight. So if you keep worrying about the condition, and forget about you put the right condition there, but you just worry about, we are not going to have a harvest on the April. So when we talk about living at the present, means you enjoy, go out to, plant the seed, water the seed, and then, have the sunlight and waiting for the time, and then you can have the harvest. The first one, we need to put the cause and condition. So, but as I mentioned, earlier, that if you do not enjoy your job and always kind of hate your job, and after you finish it, and I need to go to the spa, relax myself, then it's wrong attitude. So when we talk about living a present time, that means we need to focus about what the effort, the process we have to put it, not that much about the goal. So now, when we do meditation, don't say, and the concentration. Oh, I cannot do the meditation because my mind is too distracted. Of course, because your mind is distracted, that's why you should try. 好, so this is about doubt about yourself. Okay? And secondly, is also mentioned, well, here say, never doubt about the teacher. This sounds like a contradictory about the day I told you, like a doubt about the religious leader. Here it means here, I always told my student, you can be critical, but don't be cynical. Because right now, we are in this society and very open up, and we can question about many things. That's good things. We need to ask people to question things, but sometimes the point that we can criticize everything. Almost like there was no, especially I think the politician, you almost cannot please everybody. Nothing you can please people. So I think that we just need to be fair, to able to make a distinction what is the right dharma, what is the wrong one. Okay, what does it mean about wholesome and non-wholesome? Buddhism gives the definition, it's the result is good for yourself and for others. That will be considered as we so-called the goodness, the wholesome. And also to avoid two extremes. So it's called righteousness. So here, if a teacher tell you that this way or this value is the benefit for yourself, for others in the long run, and that is the righteousness. Okay, but don't be cynical, like, oh, I don't believe it. Okay, this is also the problem. So right now, our generation has no value at all, because we attack all kinds of value. And of course, like for come to the meditation, come to the teaching, you need to be fair. Like if people share with you the value, the teaching, the doctrines, and it's really come out from a good heart and from wisdom, and it's going to benefit for individual and benefit for the most people. And you need to be fair, like recognize that this is a good teaching and good teacher. Okay. And third one is doubt about the Dharma, doubt about the truth. That means that some people can be really kind of we call it nihilism, or basically it kind of destroy everything. Okay, I don't believe there was a truth. I don't believe there was a good and bad. I don't believe that we have to do something, follow the universal law over the universal formula. Or I don't believe that there was a, we have to do good things, and then if you have a bad cause condition, then will lead into bad a result. This is the so-called doubt, and almost make their lives so sarcastic. I saw that many of the young generation like, oh, we don't believe in anything, but I think that's very